I watched your show. It is delightful, delicious. I'm so jealous of all the food you got to eat. It's such a great mix of, you know, celebratory, educational, personal, and just really inclusive of the many different communities in the API diaspora. So, what was the inspiration behind doing a show about food?
Well, the truth of the matter is, takeout, I can't even say that it was a dream because I never thought that it could be possible one day to produce a show that highlighted Asian American stories and history and culture through the lens of food. My own background was something that I was uncomfortable with. I struggled with my ethnic identity growing up. I never felt totally American, nor did I know the first thing about being Chinese from China. And so I really struggled with identity, a crisis of identity. And food was a big part of that. You know, I was very ashamed of the food that my grandmother would make for us. I rarely invited people over to my home because it smelled like Chinese food, and we all know it kind of just sticks to you. And the idea of even taking Chinese food to school for lunch was just something unfathomable. So the fact that we got this show greenlit that would go on to explore these incredible immigrant stories in this country through the lens of a food that I grew up with so much shame around was really something that I never thought was possible. And in the beginning of the pandemic, I was supposed to do another show for HBO Max that was very global, and obviously everything got shut down. And so we submitted a number of other ideas for shows, and to my shock, they greenlit this show about Asian American food. And interestingly enough, I think these days we've all come to recognize that although the scapegoating of Asian Americans has increased exponentially in the wake of COVID, there has been a pattern of scapegoating of Asian people in this country that spans generations, that has gone on for more than a century. Yet somehow, despite the discrimination, Asian American food or Asian food has somehow been able to transcend that. I mean, I think it's fair to say that most people in America, most people around the world love Asian food. I mean, here in this country alone, there are more Asian restaurants than McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wendy's, and Pizza Hut combined. And so we wanted to just dig into that, like how, despite these years of discrimination, this food has been able to transcend all of it.